welcome to a new weekly vlog. Welcome to Monday. It's been a day. I'm enjoying working at my new desk. I'm liking the new setup. I'm still tweaking things, but for the most part, it's really nice. Like, I just have so much space to do stuff. I've got space for like my decorations that make me happy, but then I've got plenty of workspace. I'm still sorting out all of this space behind me, but I made some progress on cleaning and organizing and stuff. So there's not a whole lot stacked here right now, but everything that is here is stuff that is going to stay here. So I'm continuing to be good about not bringing stuff back over here that's not going to live over here. So I'm not just bringing all the random stuff back, and there's still plenty of space. I've got a few drawers that I need to clean out, but then the cabinet on the left side of the desk is still mostly empty. So I've done a lot today. I managed to do some life admin stuff. I had some work stuff to do. Summer school starts this week, so I had some work to do on Canvas to get ready for that. Managed to get that mostly set up, so tomorrow I'll kind of go through and do one last final check, and then Wednesday it starts. So I did some work on that, and then got the video uploaded for today. Tomorrow I need to work on the weekly vlog, and I watched a live stream for my university that just the top level administrators kind of talking, clarifying the plan for the fall, which I'm still really apprehensive about the thought of being on campus and in the classroom. It really depends on how things go here in Arizona, which are not going so great. So we are rolling back some of our reopenings. The governor announced that today. So some businesses are now closing again. The state hasn't put out a mandate, but several individual cities and counties are now requiring masks to be worn. So that's how I'm starting this week. Oh, there's a hummingbird outside my window. I wish I didn't have the screen. There's no way my camera will zoom in on it, but take my word for it. He's perched on a little branch. I keep seeing hummingbirds, and I needed that. It just makes me so happy whenever I get to see them. Sometimes they'll be floating out this window, or I've seen them out my front balcony area, and I'm sure it's not just the same one. I'm sure it's several of them that live in this area, but he's just, oh, there he goes. Oh. I love watching hummingbirds. Am I the only one? Who else likes hummingbirds? Tell me in the comments. Oh, he's perched on a branch again. Oh, he's just hanging out, dancing around that tree. Anyway, on that more positive note, I'll end there. But yeah, it's been a stressful day. Just trying not to pay attention to the negative stuff, trying to focus on the positive stuff. I'm almost done with the book. I will finish the book tomorrow, so I won't go on about it now. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll talk to you once the book is done. But yeah, I just have a tiny bit left of the epilogue. I probably could have finished it today, but I didn't want to rush it. So I met my word goal for today, and I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. I'll finish this tomorrow. But I will officially be done with the book before July. I'm going to finish on June 30th, and I'm so happy about that. So now it's time to close everything down, go chill out. I'm going to make a frozen pizza for dinner and watch Netflix and YouTube and all of that good stuff, and just try to get a little bit more sleep than I got last night, because I didn't sleep, and I think that's also part of why I'm just feeling so today. But welcome to the vlog. There's your update. That's where we're starting. We'll see how this week goes. this new desk setup is I have more space, so I can actually set the tripod up in a good position. My monitor used to be kind of right where I've got the camera now, so it made it hard. I couldn't put the camera back that far. I'm loving this new setup. So, as you will have just seen, I finished the book. Draft 1. Obviously, it is not finished, but Draft 1 is written, and it is 120,000 words long. It's gonna get edited a lot. I can't believe I did it. When I set out in, I think it was mid-April, I created the prologue on April 10th. I set July 1st as my deadline. I'm finishing on June 30th, but I set this week as the deadline because summer school starts tomorrow. I knew that once summer school started, it's not that that's going to take up a massive amount of my day. It's just one class. But it just felt like that would be a good time to be done with drafting and moving on to editing. So my goal for this week is to read everything I've just written over the last 2.5 months. And then Monday I will start editing. The goal was to have it done because I just thought that this would be a good time. Like, I'd have undivided time for these past 2.5 months to spend working on, well, technically I was teaching full time at the start of that, but yeah, I just felt like I'd have more time, more ability, especially once the semester was done. So like the second half of May and all of June, I'd have all the time in the world basically to work on this. I didn't think I'd actually do it though. I think part of me really did think that, yeah, I really did think that I was going to maybe get halfway through it by this point. Like, I've actually done it. I've written an entire draft of a complete novel in 2.5 months. Like, for real? Like, my mind is blown just a little bit. Like, this is actually, I'm looking through it now. I can't wait to go back and reread it. Or I keep wanting to say reread. It's read because I've not read it yet. I've just written it. So I'm not rereading it. I'm going to be reading it for the first time and probably realizing that it needs a lot of work. It definitely cannot be this long. I need to trim at least 10,000, probably closer to 20,000 words from it. But I think I can do that. There were sections as I was writing where I liked what I was writing, but I was like then getting other ideas and realizing, I think this is gonna make it to the final cut. So I don't think there's any like whole chapters that are going to get cut, but I think there's a lot of scenes in chapters that are going to get cut. I will just put those out as like deleted scenes or something. I can make them available on my website for those of you diehards who won't want to miss anything. Now I need to compile this into a Mobi file so I can send to 2 friends who are willing to read a really bad draft and give me some initial feedback. I won't lie, I'm really nervous about this one. Like, book 1 felt like there were no expectations. People just wanted to read a story I'd written. Like, you guys were just so supportive and just wanted, you were curious in my idea and just wanted to read it. And when it came out, I know that a lot of you gave it a try, even if it wasn't your normal genre, and so it just felt like there was lower pressure. Like it was more pressure to just tell a good story than anything else. But with this, I know there are several of you who really loved book 1, and so now it's like the pressure is on to try to make book 2 be at least as good. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in and like give that update because it just felt like a momentous moment I just typed the end. I'm already thinking about book 3, but I'm like, no, you gotta now edit this one first. So yeah, it's exciting. It's also almost 5:30, so I want to get this created into a Mobi file and emailed off before I forget. Then I can also put it on my own Kindle to read over the next few days, and then I need to go make some dinner. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Welcome. It's Friday. It doesn't really feel like a Friday. I mean, it does in the way that I went to physical therapy today. So I did that, came home, took a shower, washed my hair, all of that good stuff. Just been letting it kind of air dry. It's going to be all weird because it was still partially damp when I put it up, but whatever. I'm not really doing anything tomorrow or this weekend. I've gotten through a fair bit today. Still not quite as much as I would have liked to have done. Yesterday was kind of the same. It ended up kind of yesterday got dominated by class prep or classwork, teaching work, because the summer session has started. Even though technically I should have today off because it's federal observance of the 4th of July holiday. Since 4th of July falls on a weekend, we have the Friday off. So my students didn't have any work to turn in today. It was all due yesterday or next week. I still felt like I needed to do some grading, look at the drafts they'd emailed me, because several of them had emailed me drafts by last night, so I wanted to look at those. And then, yeah, just anything that was submitted on time, I wanted to get that graded and just make sure that they were all getting feedback from me. Didn't want to put that off until Monday, so did a little bit of work today. And then I had another work project that I wanted to just start because I'd been putting it off. I agreed to do this, so I need to do it. So I got a file started working on that. I told them I'd have something by early next week. I didn't say Monday. I just said early next week, so I'll try to get it finished on Monday. of course, there's so much else that has to get done on Monday. So now I'm going to go into the other room, get comfortable, and keep reading my book, and then sort out dinner, and then I have no idea what I'm going to watch tonight. I don't know. I've just been in a really weird headspace. I won't lie. My mental health has been not the greatest for the last couple weeks in particular. I just stressing about a lot. You know, over the last few years, I've developed some really great coping skills. They're not really working right now. And so it feels like something my therapist pointed out was that because things have been in such a heightened state of stress with the pandemic and everything else, my brain is working overtime to negotiate all of the stressful thoughts. And so because I've been relying on those coping skills so much, they're just starting to lose their impact. So that kind of helped because I had a session yesterday. So that kind of helped because it's like, okay, no, I get that. I understand that perspective. That makes a lot of sense. And so now when my brain starts reacting negatively to my coping skills and thinks that it's all a bunch of bullcrap, I can recognize that that's the process that's going on and try to find something else. But I've also noticed that of my coping skills, it's not just like talking myself down when I'm starting to go into a stress spiral. It's also things like the books that I'm reading and the TV shows that I'm watching and the YouTube videos that I'm watching. They're not having the same positive impact. They're not providing the same level of distraction. Or they have, but now I've run through them and there's nothing left. It'll be fine. I'm kind of coming around to that point it's been 2 weeks of feeling really crap about things. And now, even though I'm still stressed, I'm also starting to recognize like what's going on and kind of working my way through it. So like it is getting better, like as better as it can be under the situation, under the circumstances, but it's still not the greatest. So I really am like this weekend. Last weekend was really busy because Mom came over and helped me rearrange everything, and then Sunday I was just so exhausted from all of that it wasn't really a restful day. It was just a recovery day. But tomorrow, even though I'm going over to the house, it should still be pretty chill. Anyway, that's your almost 17-minute rambly update. I'm gonna have fun editing that. I'm gonna take my iPad and go read now.